What are the Falcons thinking? A blockbuster trade, a risky draft pick, and a young QB with a rocket arm that could either carry Atlanta to greatness or crash everything. The fan base is divided, the pressure is building, and one huge question is hanging in the air. Did the Falcons just make the biggest gamble of the year? Let's break down the chaos, the strategy, and the truth behind the Falcons' shocking moves. The Atlanta Falcons just made a bold move, and not everyone is thrilled. They traded a future first-round pick to draft edge rusher James Pierce, and let's be real, that's a lot of draft capital. If I were the GM, no way I'd do that. Not because Pierce isn't talented, but because Atlanta needs help right now, not years from now. Yes, I get it. Long-term planning matters. But how do you justify giving up a future first when you've already spent $108 million on what looks like a short-term quarterback solution? That kind of money isn't supposed to go toward a stopgap. It's supposed to win you games today. And about the draft itself, I had Pierce ranked 24th on my board. That ranking protects you from reaching too high. So while I respect what GM Terry Fontenot said after the pick, I wouldn't have taken that risk. Still, I'm not here to trash every decision. Honestly, I do like some of the players they added. But that first-round move, that's going to be talked about all year long. Now let's shift to what really has me excited, the Falcons' offense and their rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. Listen, I'm not afraid to say it. I think Penix might be the best quarterback in last year's draft class. Yes, that includes Jaden Daniels, who had an insane rookie season. Yes, it includes Caleb Williams. Even Bo Nix and J.J. McCarthy. Guys getting hype right now. They're all talented, but I truly believe Penix has something special. The only thing holding fans back? The sample size. Last season, Penix had just 114 dropbacks. That's not much to go on. But what he did with them? Unreal. He earned an 87.9 overall grade from PFF, and it wasn't just luck. Sure, it helps that he absolutely torched the Carolina Panthers in Week 18, a team with one of the worst defenses in recent memory. Penix dropped 7 big-time throws on them and finished that game with a jaw-dropping 95.6 grade. That's elite, no matter who you're playing. Now, let's be honest, even without that weak Panthers defense, Penix was going to light it up. His arm is just that good. When scouts and coaches evaluate quarterbacks, they look for special traits. And with Penix, his biggest weapon is his cannon of an arm. He can make throws that most QBs wouldn't dare to try, but it hasn't been all smooth sailing. In Week 17, against a tougher defense, I can't believe I'm blanking on the opponent, Penix struggled. His accuracy was off, and he finished with a disappointing 54.3 grade. Still, that dip shouldn't scare anyone off. Every young quarterback hits bumps early. What matters is how you bounce back. And the potential Penix is showing, it's the kind of upside that could change the entire future of this franchise. Now it's your turn, Falcons fans. Do you believe Michael Penix Jr. is the real deal? And was that first-round trade for James Pierce a genius move or a massive mistake? Drop your take in the comments. 1 to 10, how confident are you in this new-look Falcons team? Let's talk football. Football on fire. Let me tell you something right now. If Michael Penix Jr. can fix the small stuff, this offense is going to be unstoppable. I'm not talking about deep bombs or highlight plays. We know he can throw those. I'm talking about the simple, short-yardage throws. Screens, slants, quick outs, the easy stuff that keeps drives alive. That's where he still needs a little polish. And guess what? That's exactly what the Falcons are working on right now. With Zach Robinson as the new offensive coordinator and a full offseason to build timing and chemistry, Penix finally has the support to grow. He's QB1 now. No more guessing, no more waiting. This is his team. And the goal this summer is clear. Throw with anticipation. Hit those quick routes early. Let the receivers do the work after the catch. Because when you combine anticipation with Penix's cannon of an arm, it forces defenses to play honest. They can't stack the box, they can't cheat short, and they definitely can't let him launch it deep. Now here's the real advantage, the offensive line. Even after losing center Drew Dahlman to the Bears, this unit is still one of the strongest in the NFL. 4 starters are coming back, and all of them graded over 70 in PFF's 2024 rankings. That's impressive. At right guard, you've got Chris Lindstrom, who wasn't just good, he was the best guard in football last year, plain and simple. At tackle, you've got Caleb McGarry anchoring the right side. Protecting Penix won't be a problem. And even with a hole at center, this line gives the Falcons a real chance to dominate up front. Now let's talk about the weapons. This offense is loaded. You've got Drake London, your big-bodied wide receiver one. You added Darnell Mooney, a reliable separator. You've got Ray McCloud bringing speed and quickness. And in the backfield, good luck. Bijan Robinson and Tyler Allgeier are a nightmare duo for defenses. Oh, and let's not forget Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I said it. Kyle Pitts is due for a breakout, and he finally has a quarterback who can get him the ball. Penix is better than anything Atlanta's had in recent years, better than Desmond Ridder, better than aging Kirk Cousins. A Penix-Pitts connection? That could be deadly. But here's the problem, and it's a big one. The pass rush. That's where Atlanta fell apart last year, and it's probably what kept them out of the playoffs. They tied for the second worst pass rush grade in the entire NFL. That's brutal. They were bottom 3 in pressure rate and pass rush win rate. Opposing QBs had all day to throw, and it cost the Falcons games. Now I get it. The team didn't have much cap space because of the money tied up in Cousins. Free agency was quiet, but when the draft rolled around, they went all in on defense, and thank God they did. They grabbed James Pierce, an explosive edge rusher. They doubled down with Jalen Walker and added multiple safeties. It sent a message. The front office knows the defense needs to be fixed. They're finally committing resources to it. The Falcons clearly believe in their offense. And they should. The line is strong, the weapons are there, and Michael Penix has the talent to lead this team. But none of that matters if the defense can't get stops. That's why this draft was so critical. And honestly, it looks like they nailed it. Atlanta didn't just draft defenders this year, they drafted dogs. Straight-up game changers. And if these rookies live up to the hype, this Falcons defense might flip the entire NFC South upside down. Let's start with the one name that has fans buzzing, James Pierce Jr. This guy is a monster. In just 2 seasons at Tennessee, he racked up 107 pressures and 21 sacks. That's not just good, that's dominant. And he did it in the SEC, the toughest conference in college football. This isn't some small school project. Pierce went head-to-head with NFL-level talent every week and beat them. Atlanta took a gamble. They moved up to grab him late in the first round, and it might end up being the steal of the entire draft. He ran a 4.47-second 40-yard dash, and that's insane speed for an edge rusher. His 19.6% pressure rate since 2023 was the second highest in all of college football. The only guy higher? Abdul Carter, and he went top 3. That's the level Pierce is playing at. And this is why it matters. Atlanta hasn't had a dominant pass rusher in years. Pierce brings the explosion, the speed, the relentless motor. He's the kind of guy who can shift a game on one play. When he lines up, offensive tackles are going to panic. But he's not alone. Let's talk about Jalen Walker, another absolute stud. He was once projected as a top 10 pick, but somehow he fell to pick 15, and Atlanta wasted 0 time snagging him. This guy is a Swiss Army knife on defense. Last year at Georgia, he played over 300 snaps at outside linebacker, 200 snaps at inside linebacker, and even 50 snaps at slot corner. That's unreal versatility. He had 6.5 sacks, 60-plus tackles, and was constantly around the ball. He's tough, physical, and smart, the kind of linebacker every defensive coordinator dreams about. You want players who make plays? Walker makes plays. And Atlanta didn't stop there. In rounds 3 and 4, they doubled down on ball-hawking safeties, and that strategy might pay off big. At pick 96, they took Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame. Let me say this clearly. This guy is a turnover machine. In his last 2 seasons, he had 13 interceptions. That's not a typo. 13. The guy reads quarterbacks like a book, and he closes fast. Then in round 4, pick 118, they added Billy Bowman out of Oklahoma. Another ball hawk. He ran a blazing 4.42 40-yard dash and had 11 interceptions in 3 college seasons, including 6 picks just last year. He's quick, aggressive, and fearless. The dude just knows how to find the football. Between Watts and Bowman, the Falcons added serious firepower to the secondary. Guys who can not only cover but change games with one play. Think about it. For years, Atlanta's defense couldn't get to the quarterback. They couldn't create turnovers. They couldn't close games. Now, they've added size, speed, aggression, and instincts at every level. You've got your quarterback of the future in Michael Penix Jr., and now you've got defensive dogs who can back him up when it matters most. What do you think, Falcons fans? Which rookie are you most excited about? James Pierce, Jalen Walker, or one of the ball-hawking safeties? Drop your answer in the comments and rate this draft from 1 to 10. Did Atlanta just build a championship defense? Let's hear it. Football on fire. The Atlanta Falcons are no longer that team just hoping to stay in games. They're building something dangerous, something real. You've got a potential franchise quarterback with a cannon arm. You've got explosive rookies on defense ready to hunt. And the hunger in this roster, it's starting to show. This isn't the same old Falcons. This is a new era of Atlanta football, and it's coming fast. So here's the real question. How far can this team go in 2025? Can they shock the league? Can they steal the NFC South? Can they make a playoff run no one sees coming? Drop your win-loss prediction in the comments. Let's hear it. 9 wins? Padinondru? More? Be bold. Be loud. This is your squad. And hey, if you believe in this new Falcons team, if you're riding with the red and black this season, slam that like button and smash subscribe for more raw, emotional, no-filter Falcons breakdowns. This season's going to be a wild ride. Let's rise up together.